Welcome to MindCep, the podcast where we unlock the full potential of your mind and body. Join me, Alex Muir, on a journey of self-discovery and optimization. From the latest advancements in neuroscience and biohacking to expert interviews and personal development strategies, we'll explore it all. Get ready to upgrade your mind, body, and life. Let's dive in. And welcome back to the MindCep podcast. This is your host, Alex Muir, helping you flex your mind, body, and soul. In today's episode 107, we're going to be talking about the best things to improve your life. Welcome to MindCep, the show or the podcast that explores the ways to enhance your mind and life. I'm your host, Alex Muir, and today we're diving into the best things to improve your life. We'll be looking at evidence-based strategies that can make a real difference in your daily experience and long-term well-being. Let's jump right in with our top 5 life-improving strategies. And number 1, prioritizing sleep. I can't emphasize this enough. Prioritizing sleep is an absolute game changer for all areas of your life. If you're an athlete, if you're for your career, if you're a parent, if you learn to optimize your sleep, it will make everything else that you do much, much easier. So let's dive into kind of the evidence-based science behind why sleep is so important. First up, let's talk about sleep. It might seem obvious, but the importance of quality sleep cannot be overstated. According to a study published in the journal Nature in 2019, consistent sleep patterns are linked to better academic performance, improved mood, and even a reduced risk of various health issues. Action step. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night and establish a consistent sleep schedule, even on weekends. Number 2, practice mindfulness meditation. Next on our list is mindfulness meditation. This ancient practice has gained significant scientific backing in recent years. A meta-analysis published in the Journal of Consulting and Clinical Psychology found that mindfulness-based interventions can reduce anxiety, depression, and stress. Action step. Start with just 5 minutes a day of mindfulness meditation and gradually increase the duration over time. Number 3, engage in regular physical exercise. Moving our bodies regularly is crucial for both physical and mental health. The World Health Organization recommends at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic activity throughout the week for adults. Exercise has been shown to improve mood, reduce the risk of chronic diseases, and even enhance cognitive function. Action step. Find an exercise you enjoy, whether it's walking, swimming, or dancing, and make it a regular part of your routine. For myself, my personal preference is a combination of weight training and cardio. And with myself and my wife have a dog. So I like to do 3 days per week of high intensity interval training with weights, plus doing daily dog walks with our dog and with my wife. And what is that? Number 4, cultivating strong social connections. Humans are social creatures, and our relationships have a profound impact on our well-being. A landmark study published in Science found that social connections are as important to physical health as avoiding obesity, smoking, and high blood pressure. Action step. Make an effort to maintain and strengthen your relationships. Schedule regular catch-ups with friends and family, either in person or virtually. And number 5, pursue lifelong learning. Lastly, let's talk about the importance of continuous learning. Engaging in lifelong learning not only keeps our minds sharp, but also provides a sense of purpose and achievement. A study in the International Journal of Lifelong Education found that participation in learning activities was associated with higher levels of well-being. Action step. Set aside time each week to learn something new, whether it's through online courses, reading, or picking up a new hobby. Now, let's dive a little deeper into each of these strategies and explore how you can implement them in your daily life. Remember, improving your life is a journey. It's not a destination. Starting small, but being consistent, and celebrating your progress along the way. Which of these strategies resonated with you the most? We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Thank you for tuning into this episode of MindCep. If you enjoyed the show, please don't forget to subscribe and leave a review on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Until next time, let's keep growing and keep improving. Disclaimer. The information I provide to the podcast listeners of MindCep is based on my own research and personal experience. It is not intended to be a substitute for professional advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Not all information is factual or has scientific evidence to support it. I am simply sharing the best information I can find and finding valuable content to help you improve your mental health and well-being. Please consult your doctor or therapist before trying any of the modalities I discuss on this podcast. And this episode is brought to you by RadioGuestList.com, the #1 free radio guest, podcast, and talk show guest expert interview booking service on the internet. This episode is brought to you by PodcastGuest.com, connecting podcasters with great guests. Podcasters. Find relevant experts and other podcasters to be guests on your podcast. Experts, guests, and more. Get booked on great podcasts to expand your reach and audience. PodcastGuest.com connects podcasters with experts, authors, and other podcasters to be guests on their podcasts. Dear listeners, I thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to the MindCep podcast. This is your host, Alex Muir, helping you flex your mind, body, and soul. And I just want to start off by saying, I appreciate you. I appreciate you listening to this podcast. I appreciate your feedback on my episodes and following the show. And I would like your feedback as well in the form of a short rating and review on Apple Podcasts. Spotify podcast now has a rating and review section. So I would love your feedback on Apple Podcasts, Spotify podcasts, to help me attract great guests and to help me further the show and develop the show and improve the show. So hopefully you guys all enjoyed this episode. And again, you can reach out to me to give additional feedback on my blog. That's alexandermuir.com/blog. You can reach out to me on through my Instagram, through Facebook. All my links are in the show notes. And again, I appreciate you and thank you all for listening. The MindCep mission. MindCep's mission is to empower 30+ million listeners worldwide to achieve optimal mental and physical health through engaging podcasts, inspiring positive change for future generations. Thanks for tuning into this episode of MindCep. If you liked what you heard, be sure to subscribe, rate, and review us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube. Your support helps us bring you more inspiring content and expert insights. Join our community on social media at mind.cep on Instagram, at mind-cep on YouTube, and visit our website, Alexander Muir, that's M as a Mike, UIR.com/blog for more exclusive resources and updates. Until next time, keep optimizing your mind and body, and see you in the next episode.